say?
A new world order.
New world order.
A new world order.
The new world order.
A new world order.
A new world order.
The new world order.
New world order. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
Yo, what is up? It's your boy Drew. What's going on here? I'm messing up my OBS. Apologize. Let's go. Drinking my coffee and looking some stuff up. I sound really crunchy here. Sorry about that. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna go through this. I'll fix my mic settings for the next stream. So I think there's a great big elephant in the room that I wanted to address, and that's this Tartarian Truth stream that he did. He did this interview with this guy, Edgar Reyes. And now Edgar Reyes is the dude that he did this. He did this 15,000 subscribers he's got, and he's got this video out there that's going viral right now. It has over 300,000 views, 332,000 views. Make sure you guys can hear me. Hey, yeah, okay. So where this comes into play is John Levi covered this video, and it's clearly very clearly not real. It's AI images, clearly. A lot of these are. That his thing is. So Tartarian Truth, he did some real journalism. He actually double-checked. And he went as far as he interviewed this guy. So shout out to Tartarian Truth. Go follow him. He did an interview with this guy where the guy admits that it's not real. So there's no question about it, okay?
Are AI generated, or they look exactly like AI generated photos. So Edgar here, he's the guy that made the video, and he wants to kind of come on and talk about what's going on, what happened, and all that good stuff. So what's up, Ed? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on the show. It's my first time on a live stream, so.
Well, thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. So what's up, man? What's your channel all about?
Well, I'm an artist, and I like to travel the world, make music. So over the last couple of years, it's kind of been videos about me, my travels, playing music, right? And then a couple months ago, I decided to just make some videos about the ice wall and the mud flood, and I guess the YouTube algorithm was very nice.
So your videos that you make, you're claiming that all of it is 100% real, or the photos in the Antarctica video, are they artificially generated, or are they real photos?
Yeah. They're artificially generated.
So did you make them, or did you?
So they're AI art, 100%, not even up for debate. Whoops. Okay. Which, no problem, right? It's not up to this guy for you to check his work. But where I have a issue a little bit is where John Levi covered it. Unless John Levi is a troll. Oh, he's taken it down, actually. Interesting that he took that video down. I was just looking at it last night again. So actually you can see on Tartarian's Truth channel, he has it archived here because he's smart. He knew that would come down. It's called John Levi Falls for AI Art video. And he's here talking about it. Just play just a second.
That they possess protects them from some plasmatic outpouring. Unbelievable. What if everybody knew such things are...
Now this is Reyes from that Reyes page. Exactly 100%. And then Levi comments on it like it's real. plays his little music.
To be found in Antarctica. Is that not a game changer? Would people not demand the rights to go for 50 nations to drop their BS treaty, keeping the average man away from this land?
So now the Levites, as I call them, the Levites have a tough decision to make. EBT and I have, I don't want to say, look at these clearly AI generated images. Look at these. Clearly, I mean, who wouldn't know this is AI generated? Well, apparently John Levi, unless he's, well, we'll get into it.
A lot of fake people. I really think they've stuck a lot of fake people in these pictures. These are really weird. Look at these people. Look at that. They look like this person. This person looks so old. Do you see that? This person looks like 120 years old. 200 years old right here. This person looks like 150 years old. Do you see that, Amars?
150.
Do you see how old?
Now, the same thing that I said about Reyes, it's not his job for you to go check his work. I'll say the exact same thing for Levi. That's why I think a lot of people don't understand my stance when they come in as a Levite. Like, I clipped this video out before where he said, this is from a longer live stream where EBT and I were critical of John Levi, saying this is the most important picture in the world. It's a declarative claim that he makes that this right here, of all pictures ever, this one is the most important in the world. And we kind of talked about how that's kind of silly, but at the same time, he has the right to say whatever he wants, and it's up to you to like double check his work. And you can go and search this yourself, this place. And I've done it. Unfortunately, I didn't include it on this exact video here. I should have. You can see these are backfilled with construction. You can just, right on the main, as soon as you type this in Google Images, like 2 or 3 images down, you'll see that, you know, his claims that these are kilns and everything like that, none of that's true. So now the Levites are put in a tough situation, especially after this guy, Reyes, comes out and admits that they're not real. So they have to make a choice now. Is John Levi dumb because he got fooled by obvious trickery, like very apparent? It's not even good AI art. So is he dumb, or is he a liar? Would be your second option. He's just lying for views and subs. Or your third option is the dude is a troll and the entire channel is a parody. And that's where I'm at with it, I guess. I think the dude knows damn well what he's doing, and I think it's literally a parody, and similar to what that Reyes was doing. But Reyes comes out and says, hey, just kidding, y'all. I think John just sticks with it, and I don't know the guy. I've never communicated with him. But if I had to guess, that would be my guess, because it's more likely, in my opinion, that it's a parody than it is that he's dumb or anything like that. To me. Let me see this chat. Next day it was removed, they said. It's not even the fact that if you got tricked by AI art is one thing. It's like bad AI art is, to me. Parody or grift for the algo, Davey Crocco says. Now this is another proof to me. This goes with exactly what why do I hear like a radio or something in my ear? I don't know if you guys hear that. It sounds like a very distant like AM radio or something. Like, I don't know what that is. Sorry if you hear that. But this goes exactly, this giant 332,000 views and 15,000 subscribers. This hit the algorithm. So this goes with what Ewar says. And I get some Ewar haters, in my opinion, that they come in my chat and they're just so triggered by Ewar. They're like, that's your boy. I don't know the guy Ewar at all. They get so mad that he flip-flopped and going from a Tartarian advocate to now he's against it. And what I say to these people is I say, well, you have zero proof that this guy was intentionally, misleading people with his Tartaria videos. And he also, you can't be mad at people for changing their mind, or no one will ever change their mind and find the truth if you're beating down people. Now, it's possible EBT has speculated Ewar from the beginning was also a parody, like John Levi, like I think Levi is. So you never know, but he seems like he's on the right track. But this goes exactly with what he talks about, that Tartarian pictures and videos will hit in the algorithm, because the algorithm wants you to see this. They want you to get swept up in the Tartarian narrative that there was a one world order, basically, right? Worldwide, that was ran by an advanced technology. And that's the end game of the Agenda 2030, right? Smart cities and everything across the world ran by technology. Oh, Indie Grove's in here. This is one of the most... you trigger me, dude. Indie Grove, before I even read your comment, I'm just triggered when I see your little spiral logo. He says, if the algo promotes fake people, then you should be roasting Susan at Google. No, it's not Susan's job for you to look at an AI picture and for you to understand that that's not a real picture. Why would... Then, if you want me to roast her, then you're saying you want Google to be a censor. I'm all for all these different things out here. It's up to you, though, and the presenters to do the due diligence. And this is exactly what this guy says too, Edgar Reyes, and we'll get into him for a second. 9 hours ago, he came out with this video basically saying, I'm sorry, everyone, that you believed it. And this is what he wrote. So apparently there are a lot of people that left their due diligence up to me, and I have been bearing the brunt of a lot of others' personal responsibilities. Sorry, everyone. Everything is a lie. Edgar Reyes is 100% correct in what he says right there. If you're just looking at something on the internet and auto-believing it, then that's your problem. Especially when they're, like, obviously... I mean... Come on. A statue of... So, you think people lived here at Antarctica? And then, even if they did, let's say they did, you think they built statuary of penguins? Come on. Unless it was Infinite Plains colony out there. Who the hell would build a statue of a penguin? You got to think, man. So I don't fault Reyes for that. I didn't get suckered by it. That's why I don't want to be associated with a lot of these people that fell for this and were like, oh yeah. But anyway, the reason I went live this morning was because I went digging a little bit on this Reyes dude, because in the video, where's that one? Did I lose it already? Sorry. Oh, there it is. In the video here, I'm going to go to the YouTube transcript to get the exact. So Tartarian Truth asks him, were you ever involved with the military or anything?
Involved with the military or anything? Or what?
Yeah. I was in the Marine Corps. So I've been through...
So he's a Marine. He was in the Marines. He's a military guy. You heard it out of his own mouth, right? So I started looking into this dude a little bit, the Reyes dude. Sorry, my links aren't just scattered. I'm not used to these early morning streams. Shout out to the chat. And when I was able to find this about this guy, so he used to go by the name MGTOW Maniac. So let's take a listen to him here.
MGTOW mofos, this is the MGTOW Maniac reporting live off the side of the PCH, and I am back. And before I start today's controversial topic, please hit the like button and please subscribe. And guess what? Today's controversial topic is, are you even trying to hustle? Advice from a baller on a budget. And here we go.
Michael says he's in a blanket fort. No, he's in like a van on the side of the highway. I think he was doing van life. So there he is. Let's listen to a little bit.
All right, guys. So I was just thinking this morning.
So to all the people that think John Levi is this great researcher, this MGTOW dude is the dude that duped him. Come on, man.
Me and my little brother got up and we did our pull-ups, push-ups. We were on the way to my storage to get some paintbrushes and shit. And I was just thinking, like, what the hell are people doing worrying about money? As much as I use money a lot, I don't want to say I've ever been one that's been materialistic. I even once ripped $800 in front of the ex-wife when she accused me of being materialistic.
Damn, he showed her.
Threw it in my face, something about money, and that I'm always worried about money, or thinking about money. I'm like, I don't think about money. It just comes to me. Like, if I need money, I know how to get it.
I just
and I had to rip $800 to her face just to show her how easy.
I just make AI art videos on YouTube when I need money.
Just so you guys know where I stand with money. I love it, and I'm good at getting it. And I am not saying this that I'm rich. I'm not talking to you as a millionaire. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to tell you the truth, actually. Because I'm not homeless. I'm not fucking rich. But I'm balling for some reason. I'm 42 years old, just so you guys know where I'm at. But money just falls from the sky, guys, when you are willing to put the time and effort into yourself to get it. And if you're a person that has been spending, let's say, the last 10 years not cultivating it.
See, here's one of these Ewar haters here, FPV Angel. Popped up overnight, 14,000 bot subs. See, this is what everyone says. You can, I'm not even sticking up for Ewar here. You're going to perceive it as that. You can't prove those are bot subs. Those are spam comments, and the same as Archaics. You cannot prove that. This guy here put AI art and said Beyond the Ice Wall, and he got 15,000 subscribers. I believe that's organic or genuine. That I believe that's how dumb these people are that are out here. They want to look at this. They want to be marveled. They want to be the first to hear something or learn something, so they can flex on their friends and say it. They want to be able to be the first to post this video right here that Reyes posted in their Telegram chat about Tartaria or Antarctica or whatever. They want to be the first one to do that. Like breaking news. I totally believe that 15,000 people subscribe to this dude. So with Ewar, it'd be the same thing. It's fantastical and Archaics. It's the same thing. They want fantasy. They do not. This is called truthers, but it's not. It's trutherism. They don't want the truth. The truth is you're responsible for yourself. That's not exciting. They want this type of shit right here. But let's go back to MGTOW Hustler. But this one, I guess, here's another one he's got here.
MGTOW mofos, this is the MGTOW Maniac, and welcome to Sanctuary, guys. And contrary to popular belief, no, I do not live in my van, guys. This is just my production studio. This is where I come to draw, make music, think, chill, look at the stars, and think about how depressed I am and what I gotta do to fix it so I'm not as depressed the next day. Shit like that, guys. So before I start today's controversial topic, please hit the like button and please subscribe. No, wait.
Gotta pass through him hitting that pipe for the algo here.
And at one point, I've even been in situations where I'm pretty sure it was a mistaken identity, because I've had women just go crazy for me, chase me, and offer themselves. And I'm not saying like all the fucking time, right? But enough times to leave my head scratching, because I've been in a couple relationships in my life, and I guess everything that I thought that I learned from one relationship never really carried over to the other one, Like, for example, I had a girlfriend, I was fun, exciting, but I also didn't give a shit about anything, right? I was irresponsible with money and shit. And it's not that I was broke. Money just came. It's just I wasn't saving it. I didn't have...
Money just comes to him, guys. That's all he's got to do is think about it. It just shows up. Well, apparently it's true, because I bet a bunch of people sent him money on that YouTube. I bet ya. Another thing I was able to find here is this blog that he wrote here. And you can know it's his blog by this. Whoops. Is right here. He says, I also started a YouTube channel, MGTOW Maniac. And the channel's gone when you click the link. So that was his old channel. And he's got his band is on here as well.
Check.
Flowered Buds, it's called. I don't know what he's playing here. I don't want to get a... Is this him here? I can't tell. It's very dark. But anyway, we'll go to this post a little bit. He says, gentlemen, blah, 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 how this is great for new MGTOWs who became MGTOW after a fucked up situation. So if you don't, just in case you don't know what MGTOW is, I'm sure everyone here does, but maybe there's somebody. It just means men going their own way, and it's usually guys that are jaded from dating or divorce or something like that, and then they create this subculture called MGTOW where it's basically like, fuck all women, just, work on yourself and lift and do all this stuff. That's basically what it means. Which I think if you did that from the beginning, the women would be drawn to you. And then the MGTOWs typically cry like, the top 10% of Chads get 90% of the women or whatever. They think they're not able to get these women. I think that's a big part of it, is a lot of these beta men that don't think that they don't have the confidence. Women like confidence and women like funny. So as long as you worked on those things, I think, and I think that's what the MGTOW ideology would do to you. Eventually you'd be more confident, especially if you're working out and working on your own hobbies and everything like that. But anyway, here's his story. He says, wife cheated, yada, 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 still a blue pill, then a purple pill, and trying to internalize the sidebars. It took a good year to realize what red pill means and how it affects all aspects of your life. But for now, I'm going to talk about how me and her were still screwing and maybe talking about getting back together. And what I learned, which basically horrified me. After my wife moved out, I moved to a small beach house, basically a small-ass living room with a kitchen, which was my editing room. And the bedroom was the only room upstairs. Also, the shower and the bathroom was not for fat fucks. I knew she felt bad about the cheating. Not that bad, but she felt bad because now I moved on and she had to rent a room in someone else's house. She would come over and was basically my sex slave. I would feed her sometime, ordering in after a good fuck session. This is when I... Sorry, this is funny. I didn't read this beginning part. I only read like the middle of it. This is when I finally learned that you don't have to date bitches to get some. After he was married to her for like 11 years and got a 30-year mortgage and everything with her. Also, that you don't have to be a gentleman. Some background, I had my first girlfriend back in '97 and lasted 9 years. The relationship fell apart after college as I didn't know what I was doing. Also, after my time in Iraq, 2003, Marine Corps, that's what he says. It took me a good while to find my stride again, but I kept busy in the meantime making music videos, art, animations, but no prospects of marriage. And she found a beta bucks who saved her. So that just means that these women will settle up with like a beta guy as long as he has a good career and stuff like that. He says, I just didn't know he was a beta bucks. He stole my girlfriend as far as I was concerned, so my confidence went way down. I even managed to grab her ass in front of him when I went to her job. I could see them both coming out. I grab her ass, shake his hand, and introduce myself. I didn't read this part yet. This is funny. What pissed me off is that after 9 years, she said we were just dating and explained to him. It felt like a punch in the gut. She didn't tell him that a few days before I was fucking her up. Yeah. I should have proofread this, but it makes it even better. This is what I know now was her going through an epiphany stage. Good thing, however, as we were each other's first, I just wasn't going to commit. I wanted to, but I felt I didn't have the purpose or money to start a family. That should have red-pilled me, but instead I took it personal that I went the complete opposite direction. Then I started dating my ex-wife. I treated her nice because I was an asshole to my first girlfriend. Getting all sorts of dirty sex anytime, anywhere, in the car, in her parents' bathroom, my bathroom. Basically, if you left us alone or stepped out of your house for a while when visiting, we are gonna fuck. If we are going anywhere in my car on a road trip or the supermarket, blowjobs in the car. Even early on when going to the same community college, before class, after class. Even after we broke up, she still sucked my dick when she had already established a relationship with the guy. I left her alone. I tried to be an asshole, but I couldn't. After the separation, which was the following morning after I found out she was cheating on me, I tried dating and even got a girlfriend who was post-wall. Now that means women hit a wall at like, you know, younger age, 25 or something, then it's all downhill from there. Being 35 at the time and her 31, I thought it was no big deal, but then I was shocked at how much time she would spend on her makeup and how different she looked when I saw her without, face looking like it's melting off. That when she started to act up, I kicked her to the curb since that magical spell 22-year-old pussy put over me had no effect when 31-year-old pussy didn't. I didn't have a name for it. It actually felt bad because she was a post-wall, no prospects and nothing to bring to the table. She had all the red flags, pierced nipples, abusive ex, smoked way too much weed. This was the lesson I needed on post-wall women. During the separation, she was bouncing between her other man and me, and at one point, shortly after separation, I got us a hotel and told her to come directly after work. Had sex. She said she needed to see her friends, came back for more. During the second session, I was pounding away like an angry man. I'm sorry, Edward Reyes. I didn't know it was this. I really didn't know it was this explicit, but it's pretty funny. And she looked back at me and excitedly told me if blank found out what I was doing, he'd be pissed. Fuck me. If that didn't make me angrier, LOL. Then I did something I never felt comfortable doing since, like I said, I wanted to be the opposite of my first relationship. I was doing her doggy style, told her to turn around. Okay, we'll stop there. It's just getting more and more graphic. He did the money shot. Yeah, okay. It's just getting worse and worse. It was pretty bad already. It's just getting more and more explicit. I'll put that link in the chat if you guys want to read that when you're alone in the bathroom or something. Sorry, dude. I really didn't know it was that bad. But when you go to his right here, his name's Nada Daddy. So you can click this link and see all the other things that he wrote on r/redpill, r/MGTOW. All his different. And I read one other one, kind of skimmed it, and it was basically him talking about going to, was it Tokyo or something like? I think he was talking about he was going to Tokyo with one of his Marine buddies or whatever. Because I wanted to make sure this was 100% him before I talked about this. He says, I quit my job teaching yesterday without leadership or integrity. Mediocrity rises to the top. But then some people would probably call him out on his integrity because he didn't label those pictures. He made that video and didn't label them as AI art from the jump. Now, I did see in Tartarian Truth's comments, somebody said he has like a horror film, snuff film. And I looked for that. But I don't. I think they're talking about the slasher horror film, the MGTOW Maniac. But I think it's just the same in name only. I don't think this has anything to do with that guy. I think the title of this just happens to have the same name as that guy's old channel. Because when you go to this channel's about page, it's called Max Secular. there's a Twitter and an Instagram. And this is the guy it goes to. This is not the same guy, so. I think that's just a complete random coincidence that horror movie, slasher movie is called The MGTOW Maniac. It's really like low budget. Can't even see anything on the screen. It's so bad. And there's other ones. This person's talking about a MGTOW maniac, but not him. They're just saying a guy that they are calling a MGTOW maniac. That guy's name was Mike, the MGTOW master, because I thought this might be about him as well. These two videos that have that title, and they're not. So that's your what's his name? Edward Reyes. This guy here, the MGTOW maniac. Legend says, who else wants to become MGTOW now after reading that blog? It looked like it was getting pretty graphic. You can go read that later, Legend, by yourself. It's pretty bad. So, what do you guys think? I would love to hear your guys' comments. Do you think this guy, you don't have to think it. He is military, but do you think this is some kind of military op that he's running as far as the Tartaria thing? Or do you guys think this is just sort of like, I hate to say a grifter, because he's not really grifting, in my opinion. He has the right to throw these up online. It's not his fault. John Levi looked at it and thought it was real and spread it to 300,000 people. It's not his fault if anyone fell for it. I didn't fall for it. Tartarian Truth didn't fall for it. I bet a lot of you people in here didn't fall for it. But do you think it's possible this guy is a military op, like infiltrating the truth community? Maybe, or is this like Levi's humiliation ritual or something after they talked about him on Rogan? I would love to hear your guys' comments about this guy. And I do want to make sure I say Merry Christmas to everyone here. It's Christmas Eve. Maybe I'll go again later tonight. I was supposed to go live with EBT last night, and I ended up falling asleep. It looked like he couldn't get his setup going anyway. Hopefully we can go tonight. Legend says, just a weird dude, not a military agent. If I had to give my opinion, I agree with Legend. I think he's just a weirdo. No offense, we're all weirdos, right? I think he's just looking for his niche. It was MGTOW, now he's getting into this one. But I don't necessarily think there's like military money behind him, funding him or anything like that. But I don't know that, so that's just my guess. Yeah, if you want to go there, I left that link in here in his MGTOW thing, and he's got a bunch of other MGTOW stories that you can follow on Reddit and read about. And it's up to us, man, not to rely on bigger channels like John Levi. Like, it's like if you go in here, this one was from 3 months ago, and all the Levites are in here attacking me hard. And so, yeah, right here, Rick Godley, he's been a member, not a member, but I've seen him in the comments here for a long time. He's pretty cool. He says, it's a fine line between a creator and a critic. I've always admired your creative, just a little caveat. So he's respectful when he says something. I appreciate you, Rick. And I left him that Tartarian Truth link, and I said, well, proven right, though. Tired of being right all the time, man. But a lot of these people, like he's respectful when he talks about it, right? And a lot of these people are just nuts when they see. Some people like it. Look at Alexander Stevens, brings me great joy calling this BS. So this was when I talked about Levi 3 months ago. And then this person, Apocalyptic Days, says, I never trust people that wear sunglasses inside except for the blind, which may be relevant here. Because first of all, it's a filtered retard. Because they're just mad I attacked their Levite. Look at 27 thumbs up. Now, I went back to this video and dropped that link on like all these people that said stuff like this. Where's this? Trying to find more of the haters. This one here, she's a big hater, Wanda, right? So how much expert does it take to talk absolute crap about John for questioning this reality we are shown? He's shown a lot of stuff that's hard to explain to the world. He goes on site when possible. I'd rather watch him question the controller's narrative instead of you guys cutting someone down. That's a gigantic, what's the word? Like a theme that I read in these comments. They're not mad that, look at this crazy looking person. They're not so mad about what we say. They're just mad at what they call judging. They're mad that we're judging. And they think that, like that archaic crazy lady I read the other day, where the lady said, it's worse for you to judge someone than for the rapist to rape someone. It's, making the judgment is worse. That's really what these people think. So I think psychologically deep down, these people fear being judged. I think people that have that are willing to say that on a public forum, that judgment is worse than actual crimes and things like that. I think those people have a very guilty conscience, and they fear the judgment that's coming for them. And that's when you read that projected through their comments. Right here is another one. Why not wait to not attack any of his arguments? What the fuck is wrong with you truthers infighting? He's saying it is evidence that these big structures that are claimed to be natural could be man-made. Okay, these things are obviously not. This guy doesn't even know what he's... See, the people don't even understand the argument. He's not saying these are natural. Okay. No one is saying these are natural. Obviously, dude. Like, these people don't even understand the theories, I think. Like the errants as well. Like, they don't... I would challenge any of these errants to, like, a trivia on the archaics theory. I'm looking for this one lady specifically. Probably won't find it in time. Yeah, look at, I guess you're running out of topic. I'm the one running out of topics, but John Levi's the one covering clearly AI art just to keep the train rolling. Out of things to say and needs anything to say, but too scared to switch lanes or do anything else different that he might want to do. He's got to stay in that same lane to keep the money faucet turned on. But I'm the one running out of topics to talk about, right? That's it then. Right here, John Levi makes claims and often asks questions. I believe his explanation is far more articulate and thought out than yours. I suggest you research more. And that's the one there. He said the most important picture in the entire world, in the history of the world, of all pictures ever. This is what he says, this picture here, because it's plasmified. All the other ones are fine. I mean, ridiculous, right? Anyway. Truth Speaker in Oz says Levi requires indica, archaics requires sativa. That's a good one. But I guess that's all I had. I just wanted to show this dude's the MGTOW Maniac. This is our boy. Let's listen to him a little more before I shut it down. Go join my family here.
Any kind of skill, life has to be a fucking nightmare. Well, for example, like me and my little brother went to do a window painting yesterday, and I've never done it. He's pretty much the one that took the lead, but since he's the one that needs a little help financially, I'm like, I bought all the supplies. So me and him could go in it together, and he could learn, teach me some of the tricks of the trade.
Okay, too boring. That's him though. If you guys wanna, I only have these 2 videos of him. I'm sure there's more if I wanted to dig more, but I don't care enough. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to go join my family. Hopefully I'll be back later tonight, possibly on the Enslaved by Truth channel here on YouTube. Thanks everyone for being here. Merry Christmas to you and your family. If I'm not back in time, definitely I'll be on for my birthday in 4 days for sure, if not before that. So I appreciate everyone that was here. I want to hear your comments about whether or not You think this guy is a military op designed for the truth community, or do you think he's just a strange guy that hit the algo? Let me know. Appreciate your time, and peace out.